Don't worry, I'm gone deaf. There's no music because the Wi-Fi's down. Oh, it's back. Um, I don't know what to play anyway. Uh, how are you? Friday, isn't it? When do the pubs open? Is it 10 days? Get a few more of these. That'd do, wouldn't it? How's it treating you now? Is everyone getting used to it? I'm just sort of getting into getting back. People are sort of slowly coming back. Like my agent sort of is starting to open the office. Fan mail. What beer is that? I don't know. A little IPA. Everything's open in the US, is it? Is it? We need Supernature. Yeah, well, some of it will be next year now, won't it? I don't know when we'll be back for gigs. And as I say, mine will be the last to come back. It'll start with like 100 seaters and 200 seaters. What should we talk about? What do you want to talk about? All the terrible things in the world? Or cock in the drain? Um, you might have noticed I don't engage much now on Twitter because it's sort of pointless. Everyone just falls into two tribes. It's just like cults now. There's no nuance. You can't discuss anything. No one looks at the argument anymore. Anyway, even if you can discuss it, no one looks at the argument. They decide what side you're on, and if you're on the wrong side, they discredit you. Somehow they don't want to discuss it. And it is creating a new sort of dogma. We've had dogma in religion for years, that which should not be questioned. And now we've got it in politics. You can't even have to question something. It's crazy. People shot down, people scared to even ask a question, so they opt out, you know. And then people are angry that people don't speak up. Well, because they can sort of do without it. And everything's amplified and exaggerated because there's no nuance in a tweet. People go down the tweets and see who people follow now, and they go, "Oh, I thought you'd follow him." Well, you should read more than one opinion. You should speak to all different people and argue with them. If there's one thing that all sides should agree on, it's free speech. And even that is trying to be closed down and restricted now. People are making up their own terms. It's ridiculous. It is. If you're mildly right wing on Twitter, you're Trotsky. You're like Trotsky. If you're mildly right wing, you're like Hitler. If you're mildly left wing, you're like Trotsky. If you're centrist, it's not appreciated by both sides. It's hated by both sides because they want you. It's like a game of British Bulldog politics now. So it starts off right, and then soon you've got them all. You're all on the same side, and so you have to fight amongst yourselves. And it is that thing that you'll never be woke enough not to be eventually destroyed by your own people, because everyone's virtue signaling. Everyone is saying, "Oh, well, you agree with that? Well, I agree with it even more. And look, I want these people who even slightly disagree with me. That's how perfect I am." But what goes around comes around. I've seen it before. At the beginning of Twitter, people would have a go at you about their issue, and they'd slam you, and you say the wrong term or something, and then it would be a pile-on, and people would be shut down or delete their account, and it was like a victory. But then I noticed those people, those ringleaders, would say the wrong thing for someone else's cause, and the same thing would happen to them. And then a few of them started thinking, oh, maybe I've been unreasonable. Maybe we should discuss this. maybe discussion in the arena of ideas. That's why it works. Yeah, it's crazy. It is a new dogma. It's cults just shutting you down, shutting down free speech because you're on the wrong side. It's mad, and they do it. They think they're doing it in the name of good. They think no, because everyone thinks they're on the right side. No one goes around going, no, I'm a really nasty, awful piece of work who doesn't know anything. I'm just full of fucking hate, right? I just want to destroy lives, right? But no one thinks that. Everyone thinks they're on the right side. And now it's a competition to be who's the rightest, who's the most right. I am. And that's why eventually people fight amongst themselves. Everyone's got to be 100% on your side. If they do one little thing wrong, they're fucked. They're destroyed. It's crazy. I remember, my mate, Warwick Davis, the actor, been loads of stuff. You know him. And he's 3 foot something. He's got a form of dwarfism, and never let it get in the way. He never plays the victim. Got a great family and kids who are bulletproof because of great parenting, And he told me that if he's in the supermarket or somewhere and a little kid sort of stares at him, he sees the mother go, pull him away like that. And Warwick hates that because he wants to talk to the kid. He wants the kid to ask questions so he can answer them. And then he talks to the kid, explains why I am Warwick, I'm an actor, this is what happened. And the kid thinks, yeah, great, yeah, he's short, so what? And Warwick loves that. That's what Warwick wants to happen. And he gets the parents doing it sort of for him, like, oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings, or I don't want to be embarrassed by my kid. But he doesn't like it when they don't let a kid question this. That's how we learn, by questioning things. There's no right or wrong questions. No right or wrong questions. That doesn't make sense, right? There are only right and wrong answers. And whenever someone says to me, you shouldn't question this, fuck that. That's not how we progressed. That's not how we cured diseases or put a man on the moon. It was by questioning and questioning. Science tries to prove itself wrong, and when it can't, what it's got is the most right answer so far. Science, at any point, is the least wrong it's been. And I love it when people say that science is flawed because it's been wrong before. How can correcting yourself be a flaw? It's things like, oh, you should never question this. It was written 4,000 years ago, but you should never question it. That's dogma. Oh, anyway, that was a rant, wasn't it? No one cares. Most people don't even understand what I was talking about. Anyway, cheers. Happy Friday. So yeah, I try not to get too in, but I'll do the odd retweet or stupid comment. But I just don't get into these weird wars that consume people's lives, tearing families apart now. Politics, identity politics, dogma versus reason and inquiry. I remember when I was growing up, everyone I knew, they're like, Dad voted Tory, Mum voted Labour, or vice versa. That was it. There was no discussion. There's no discussion. Now, things, difference of opinions rips families apart. It's fucking mental. So, yeah, whatever. Any questions? Oh, thanks for your lovely tweets. Still about Afterlife. I've done a few, couple of interviews for like award things. Oh, there's someone at the door. Is there? Hold on. Jack, have you got that? Delivery. It's live. What can I do? Hello from Jacksonville. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. People have started doing their interviews for Emmy. I won't get nominated. I think I've pissed off too many people. Maybe I should just do it myself, my own little campaign. Tweeting clips. Vote for this. Doesn't matter anymore, does it? I think this pandemic has made people realise what matters. Someone said to me in an interview the other day, do you think that Emmys will go ahead? Who gives a fuck? He was fucking dying. Well, this has been a terrible audition, hasn't it? No Wi-Fi to play a song. Someone at the fucking door. This doesn't happen on the One Show, does it? Is that just come up? Someone's at the door. Is that how far behind you are? Wow. Hello from Calgary. No bathroom breaks allowed. I did that inside the Actors Studio, right, 10 years ago. And I think I had at least 2 wee breaks. Well, it was 4 hours long. So what was I meant to do? I don't know if they left me in or not. It's so funny because I did that, right? Do you know what I'm talking about inside the Actors Studio? And they have like great actors there, you know, talking about their craft and stuff. And all the students are there asking, I'm thinking, wow, they're asking questions. And I got there, I got asked, I've done fucking nothing. And I was mildly embarrassed. So I sort of tried to play it down a little bit. Like, oh, don't listen to me, didn't do it the right way, you know. And I realised they didn't want to hear that. They wanted someone to pontificate and talk about their art because they took this really seriously as like a fucking medical student would take medicine. So I did have to sort of get a bit serious now and again to sort of give them some 4 hours fucking took. Yeah, anyway. So we do a few more of these, shall we? When the pubs are open. I've got nothing to say at all. Like that makes any fucking difference. Thanks for following. Look out for animal charities that are struggling at the moment. Everyone's struggling, I know, but particularly animal charities. Thanks for following. And when should we do this again? Sunday. Have a nice weekend. I'm absolutely started the is it the fourth series of uh, Last Kingdom? I love it. What's great about it, unlike some of those sort of just plot-led things or fantasy things. I know it's sort of like it's not really fantasy. It's more of it. It's a cross between historical series and a bit of fantasy, bit of not magic, but you know what I mean. Um, but then people did probably believe it then, so it's probably slightly closer to historical drama than Game of Thrones. But even so, what you don't usually get in those things is really lovely, nuanced acting. You know, people apologising and welling up, and men sort of coming to terms with their feelings, and it's really, really good. I'd never heard of it, so I recommend that. And Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's all I'm watching, and I'm doing some work. Got about, I reckon I've done about a quarter of the third series. Don't even know if I'll be allowed to film it ever. Um, Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely weekend. Be nice to animals. Don't get into arguments. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.